now. And so welcome to day one, 5-day challenge, right? So you guys have been through the kickoff. It's very exciting because we're going to really learn how to, we're going to do a little bit of assessment, right? Just let you know, it's not going to be like an hour assessment each person. Nobody wants to. What we're going to do is really figure out how to get some pain relief and which specific exercises are going to be the right ones for you, okay? So I have a list of people here, and definitely if we have more time, I will do my best to, try to maybe like sneak in a few others. So according to the order that we have, right? So we have Sandra Luz, we have Megan, we have Aaron, Jordan, Erica, Amy, Dorothy, we have Corrine, Lori, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have Sherry, right? So what we're going to try to do is really try to fit in as many of you guys as we can. I will do my best. And so let's start off with Sandra Luz. So what we'll do is I'll have Sandra Luz come in with unmute yourself as well as turn on your video. And then Carol, if you don't mind, can you turn off your video for now?
Oh, yeah.
No, don't worry. And if you don't mind muting yourself as well. So I'll mute you right now. And then is Sandra Luz here? So Sandra Luz was actually the first person to sign up. So that's why I wanted to just be fair and to go in order. Let's see if Sandra Luz is not here, which I don't think she's here yet. Is Megan here? And let's see, the two people that signed up the earliest are not here. No worries. So let's see, who's down the list? I'm not going to say the names out now. So it's Aaron and Jordana. You're up. So Jordana, if you don't mind, can you turn on your video as well as turn on your video? Awesome. All right, Jordana, how are things? How are you going so far?
So far so good. Drinking a lot of water, doing the exercises.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Still having some pain, but it's day one. So
it's day one, and we are in it to win it. All right. I like my cheerleading little lingos right now. So what if you? I know a lot of you guys didn't really fill out the survey, but I'm just going to briefly just talk about what sort of pain you have, what number it is, and then we'll do a brief assessment. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. You can do it right now. So like pain-wise, number, and then, or what sort of movements aggravate it to.
Okay. So the main pain is the back of my neck, and sometimes it'll give me headaches like at the base of my head. Primarily like when I turn my head too far. So I think it's mostly from sleeping and then from driving, like looking over my shoulder.
Okay.
And then I get tension like in my shoulders right up at the base of my neck, just because that's where I hold tension when I get stressed.
So sitting and driving, just sitting still seems to do it, right?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. And how much pain are you in right now from 0 to 10?
Probably like a 3 or 4. I haven't been doing much driving here lately, so it's
gotcha.
And I'm on the phone a lot, so I walk when I'm on the phone.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so let's actually go through it. So usually my evaluations are usually going to be like very detailed, right? Realistically, we're going to just go a few minutes. I'm going to basically figure out what sort of things you can action and which sort of things you should actually do more of, right? Because we have like the cervical exercises, thoracic breathing, and I'm going to let you know which ones you should focus on more. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. So what I want you to do is just sit up tall, right? And I want you to bring your chin, actually try to touch your chin down towards your chest as far as you can. Okay. And that's actually pretty good. Go ahead and look up towards the ceiling. Let me know how that feels, far as you can. And let me know how that feels.
I can definitely feel this stretch. There's not really a lot of pain that direction.
Okay. And then go ahead and look to your right far as you can. We'll compare to your left. So, and a little tension, I can see that.
Yeah, that's where it starts to get sore. Like I could go farther, but that's where it starts to get sore.
And where do you feel the tightness?
In the back toward the right. So not like this, not straight in the middle, but like toward the right. It goes at an angle.
Okay. And then left side? Okay, left looks a little better. Can you bring your right ear toward your right shoulder? And how does that feel?
It feels like the muscles aren't long enough to go
You know
farther
what?
than
It's actually a blessing because, as far as like how we were made, when you do that and you can't go that far, that's a good thing. Normal degrees of motion are 45 degrees. So if you can go and you're like, oh, my muscles can't go that far. If it went further, that would actually be dangerous, right? That would make your neck unstable,
that. Okay.
right? Okay, and then left ear towards your left shoulder. Okay, that looks a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Okay, and feel the same tightness on the left, that side, the
On
right
the
side.
right side. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then how about arms all the way up? And how's that feel?
That feels good. This right shoulder pops. It doesn't really get pain. So like putting it up like that, it feels like there's pressure, like it needs to pop.
Gotcha. And then what about if you just rotate your arms back like that? And how's that feel?
That feels really nice. Like the stretch feels good.
Very good. Awesome. And then the last things we'll do is put your hands behind your head, like I'm arresting you. And then you're going to point your elbows up towards the ceiling, far as you can. Elbows and chest up towards the ceiling. How does that one feel?
That one feels maybe a little bit tight, like in my mid back.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
like the stretch feels like not painful, just tight.
And then how about rounding? And then how's that?
Maybe like I should do that more often. Like
Maybe, huh? Yeah. So, and then rotate to your right far as you can.
okay.
And that looks definitely tight as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's more mid-back tightness, and then go ahead and rotate to your left far as you can. And that looks a little bit better. Okay, I can tell just by elbow movement. So based on what I just saw is that, yeah, you have some tightness at the base of your neck. Okay, shoulder mobility actually looks decently fine. What I would focus on is like, you seem like a person that's actually quite mobile through the shoulders. So what I would focus on is skipping to like some of the scapular strengthening exercises. So there's the ones where it's like level like this, this, up, and then pull back. I would try that one like 2 to 3 times daily.
Okay.
The other one I'd focus on is definitely thoracic mobility. Okay. So it definitely seems like when you raised up, I can tell that your chest doesn't elevate that high. So basically your mid back seems to be a culprit. It's often a culprit when you're just sitting in this position for a long period of time, not like sticking your chest up and rotating, or like rounding and rotating. So this combination of movements like rounding plus rotation versus extension plus rotation, I would work on some of the thoracic mobility exercises too. Okay, that would be my bias. The cervical exercises actually maybe less important. You can chin tuck if you want to, like that's fine, like if you watched all the videos, but mainstay is that you seem mobile through your right shoulder. Like that one can go really far back. So I would say scapular strengthening and going through all the levels, and then the thoracic mobility stuff. Okay, so those would be my best bets. And yeah, so do you have any questions about them?
No.
Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, actually one last thing, because you said that's a good stretch. Like I would actually, it's not on the list for all you guys. So this is one of my favorite stretches called like the barrel stretch or the rounded stretch. You can either hug yourself, and you can do it with me if you want to, Jordan. You can hug yourself and you can exhale and try to make a C curve as hard as you can. Exhale and try to make a C curve with your spine. And what you'll notice is a pretty strong stretch like through the spinal levels, like they're kind of opening. I would even try that as well. So that can actually be a good one for all you guys. I'm going to kind of go through the list, but was that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome, cool. All right, so I will go through the list again. So do we have Sandra Luz or Megan here at all? Let's see. So Sandra Luz and Megan are not here. So we'll go through our list, and then is Erin here? Erin is also not here. Jordana, Erica? A lot of people register, not a lot of people come. Let's see. Erica, and then how about Amy? So let's bring in Amy. I know Amy's here because Amy had a great win. So let's unmute Amy. Amy, I'm gonna ask you to start your video. Awesome. Hello. Hi, Amy. Are you unmuted as well? There you go. Okay, cool. So you posted, you're one of the few that posted that you're actually feeling pretty good. How did you sleep, by the way? Okay.
I slept. I wasn't in pain. I just didn't sleep. So I guess there might be some other things going on too.
Yeah. I mean, we could go all day with sleep. I do research on sleep. So like that's 9 to 12% of your recovery that you're leaving on the table right there. So
Agreed.
glad you're feeling good. So if it's not like your pain was better when you went to sleep,
Yeah.
I would look towards stress management or doing something that's like not blue light. There's a lot of different things. We can go
Yeah.
into that another time. I'll talk to you personally if you want to. But
Okay.
let's go through. So tell me a little bit again about the exact pain areas, how much pain, what sort of things aggravate it.
The pain is in my shoulders.
Okay.
And then into my upper back, and then my hips are very painful.
Okay.
And the shoulders, what aggravates it, like I don't feel it all day long, but then when I lay down, I'm a side sleeper or a belly
Okay.
sleeper.
Okay.
So when I sleep, I feel it, and then I can't get comfortable, and it feels like I slept wrong almost every day.
Gotcha. And that's never a good feeling, obviously. So point to location of your pain, please, if you don't mind. Like point to where you feel it. So right there.
Here, yeah.
So the posterior shoulder. Okay. And then where else? And then
up and in. So then it carries up and into my upper back, but not really necessarily my neck.
Gotcha. Would you consider your shoulder stiff, or are you pretty mobile on the shoulder?
I'm pretty mobile.
You sound like Jordana, who's just here, and Jordana, like I could tell, like she's like, oh, my shoulder kind of clicks, and when she raised up her shoulders, like you just see like all the mobility's there, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if you're hypermobile, like you're more mobile, which a lot of women are. But let's kind of check things out. So mainly shoulder. So we'll check out the neck first. Briefly, we'll go like neck down, chin, try to touch it towards your sternum, and that's as far as you go. Okay, and then go ahead and look up towards the ceiling. Yep, communicate with me. Let me know how they feel.
Okay, good.
Okay, and now straight away, look to your right again. Look to your right far as you can. Okay, and then look to your left far as you can. Let me know how rotation feels. How do those feel?
That's all good.
Good. Right ear towards your right shoulder, please. Right ear towards your right shoulder. Okay, and then left ear towards your left shoulder.
That's all good.
All good. It just feels like a tightness, but not pain.
Yeah, no pain.
Gotcha. All right, let's check out thoracic mobility. So I'm gonna have you put your hands over behind your head. Okay. Point your elbows forward towards the camera, and then lift your elbow and your sternum up towards the ceiling. Try to point it. Let me know how that feels.
That is painful, like here.
Yeah. I can tell that you actually use your lumbar spine a lot more than your upper back. You can see it right away. So that kind of plays into the fact that if you're having any like low back or like sit or like hip issues, that might be like because your upper back's not moving well, right? Put your hands behind your head again, and then go ahead and rotate to your right far as you can. Okay, that's not too bad. How does it feel?
It feels good.
Feels like a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, left please, far as you can.
That as well feels good.
Okay, side bend now, right? Like side bend, like pouring the tea kettle out. How's that?
Good.
Good. Other way, please. And how's that?
All good. Just like yoga.
Yeah, yoga. Good. Okay, show me overhead motion. Forward raise, please. Okay, how's it feel?
Good.
Good.
I feel it in that same spot after a little bit.
Point to the location of where it is. Right there?
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so that's probably one of the problem areas. Abduction now. So I'm going to go a little bit more with you. So let's try abduction out to the side. So like a sunshine movement, please.
Away from my handles.
Or like a snow angel. And how's that one?
That one I feel in my shoulders, like pain in my shoulders.
Gotcha. Can you, so go as far as you can and then keep it up and then let me know how it feels. So that's about it right there.
Here's where the pain starts and then the whole time up.
Okay, gotcha. Come on back down. And then elbows out, please. The last one, elbows out. We're gonna check out external rotation. Let me know how that feels. How's that? Good. And then back down.
Good.
As far as you can.
Oh.
How's that?
That hurts.
Where?
Let's see. Right about halfway.
Does that cause the same pain in the back of your right shoulder or left?
Yeah, right in the front, and then it pulls towards the back.
Gotcha. Okay, so you have a little mixture of things. Okay, so let's talk about it. you have a little bit of neck stiffness for sure. Okay. So like right rotation and left rotation, they're not painful, but there's definitely some stiffness there. So I would definitely work on a little bit like on chin tucks, like chin tucks plus like even chin tucks plus rotation. Okay. It's like you're putting your head into like a better position followed by rotation. Okay. Your shoulders are actually not very hypermobile. Okay. So I would definitely look into doing some of the scapular strengthening and forcing it into like external rotation, like go as far back as you can. Oops, somebody's coming in, Megan. Like go as far back as you can, and then go ahead and make like a cheerleader Y, right? And then go ahead and put your hands behind your head, and then go ahead and pull your elbows back slightly. And so there's some stretches there. Now go as far as you can without sharpness, right? That's going to be a challenge for you to like move from level 1 to level 4 if you watch the video. Okay. I want you to work through them and stop at the level that doesn't cause sharp pain.
Okay.
The biggest thing for you is that thoracic mobility. Okay. So I can't even see my own face because I pinned you in. Oh, I can see myself now. So right here is mid to low thoracic spine right here.
Yeah.
That area is quite stiff. So what I would do is do you have a foam roll? I don't know if everyone has foam rolls.
That's actually what my favorite exercise was. I think I was in it in the picture with my dog. That was my favorite. So
Gotcha.
On that.
Well, look at that, because that's the same exact, because when you do thoracic extension, you don't extend through your upper back. You extend a lot through your lower, right? So your lower back does all the work, but your upper back doesn't. Okay. So what I would do is I would work on, if you can memorize these, right? You're going to work on the scapular stuff, right?
Okay.
Try to go to level 4. Then you're going to work on that mid to low thoracic mobility right there. You're going to put that foam roll right in that pain area. And you can either put your hands and extend back that way, or you can even work on your hand motion and go all the way back with your hands. You would arch backwards over the foam roll. Either way, head supported or head unsupported, whatever feels better.
Okay.
Okay. I would focus a lot on that mid thoracic area, like right by where the bra strap kind of is.
Yeah.
It's a culprit area that, like, if you don't extend through there very well, then the shoulder gets limited. The shoulder gets very limited if that thoracic's not moving. Okay. Focus is thoracic for sure, but then secondarily would be like the scapular stuff.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Anything else?
No.
Awesome. You're doing a great job. I have faith that you'll do very well. You're already looking better, and you're saying that pain's getting better. Can't wait to see the results by Friday.
Same.
Okay. All right, Amy. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Yep. So let's see who is up next. Oops, hold on. So let's see, Amy, if you don't mind turning off your video. So let's see, Megan has come in. So Megan, where are you at? Megan, I'm to tell you to start your video. Hey.
Hi.
And then hey, aloha?
Aloha. Yes.
Yeah. We have another Hawaiian that's here as well. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep. All right. So, so tell me a little bit about yourself. I think you're pretty active, but you're having some issues. So just tell me in a quick way where your pain is, what aggravates it, and how much from 1 to 10.
I periodically get like a dull ache in the same spot as Amy. I guess I didn't see the beginning of her assessment, but it's kind of mid-low thoracic. And then I'm kind of lordotic. I stand, my hip flexors are tight in general, so I kind of have a little bit of a sway. So if I'm not conscious of core activation, then my lower back gets a little bit just kind of achy and tender. Gotcha. But I'd say overall my pain level is pretty minimal because I'm pretty active. So I take yoga breaks throughout the day, so it's kind of manage it. And when I feel things starting to creep, then I'm like, okay, take a break and do some stuff.
Yeah, and you're drinking some sort of super shake right now, so I can tell that you are.
No, it's tea.
Sorry about that. It looked
Sorry, I didn't realize I'd be on camera. I'm kind of in a dark spot, but.
Oh, no worries. So why don't we actually, is it possible to lower your camera? So I'm going to check out one thing that I think that you could be focusing on a little bit more. So I've actually checked out your profile, so let's check out just shoulder mobility, like forward raise, high as you can, please, if you don't mind.
Do you want me to face forward or side?
No, actually side, please. And then forward raise, yep. Great, do it again. Okay, not too bad. Okay, face me, please. Okay, let's try abduction out to the side, just really quick. So like snow angels, yeah, you have great mobility. Your right's actually much better than your left. Go ahead and do external rotation, like elbows out, rotation, feels good. Okay, let's look at any neck pain at all.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
C4-3, I guess.
T4-3. Okay. So you're not sitting down. This would be a harder assessment, but let's actually try one thing. I want you to put your one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Okay. Now, don't even think right now. I'm just gonna have you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth deeply. Deeply. Go ahead. Exhale. So in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Oh.
Awesome. Side view, please, and then try 2 or 3 more breaths. So what you notice here is that so when you do that breath, right, what I notice is that, for one, you're correct. You stay in that sway back position pretty often. You do yoga?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so yoga is great for flexibility, right? Sometimes yoga is not for everyone. Do you agree? Like weightlifting's not for everyone. Same thing, like yoga's not for everyone, right? But what I do see is that your breathing patterns are a little bit different. Like I think you probably work on your lower back flexibility enough that sometimes what yogis do is that they take advantage of a lot of lumbar extension and they learn how to not use their thoracic as much. Okay, so one of them is, I think the foam rolling can definitely help. But I think one of the things that I would like you to focus on is actually your breathing. Okay. So what you can do is that you want to force yourself into either like those quadruped positions, the bear plank position, or even like a straight plank position, and try to do the same exact thing. It is going to be I feel like it's going to be very difficult for you. Okay. So when I don't know if I can see myself. All right. So let's say if I'm breathing here, okay, you're going to focus on breathing from your belly and try to turn off some of the neck muscles here. So you're going to do this. So the normal breathing pattern should be belly does majority of the movement, followed by the chest, right? It's always the belly first. But what happens with yours is that you do a lot of chest breathing immediately and your shoulders hike up, right? So what that does is it creates unwanted tension in the neck area as well as the upper back, or like even T3, T4. You follow me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would do is, like, you seem like a pretty high octane athlete. What I would do is I would put myself in very, very hard positions to breathe in. Okay. And you will see how your back pain will actually improve. Low back pain will probably improve. So if I were to like show myself, I'll just demonstrate one time and then we'll move on. So I'll do that. So what I would do is I would get into these positions here, and I would either go into a plank and then do the same thing, try to expand my rib cage. And don't let your back sway, right? I would pull my belly up and then I'll breathe from this position. Or I would get quadruped, and then you lift up your knees just an inch. So you're putting pressure through your scapula, and then you're making your diaphragm work a lot harder. And I would keep my body very straight, try to expand your belly again. And you want to think about this. What I would do is I would try out 6 to 8 breaths, and that total set would be like a full minute. That would be extremely hard for you, but I think it'll benefit you a ton.
So are you talking about just abdominal expansion with the breath, or lateral expansion into the ribs too?
It's both, right? Because there's the lateral, right? There's lateral, there's anterior and posterior, right? And then there's the calipers, right? So the breathing is 3-dimensional, right? And you want the ribs to be able to expand out to the side like an alligator or a frog, right? You want to be able to expand from the top, right? And so you want to have that sternal lift too, but you don't want that sternum lift you don't want the sternum lift to overcome the diaphragmatic activity, okay? So if you try that and you try to get into that bear crawl position, and then you breathe, let's say 6 to 8 times, but that each breath is literally going to last like 10 to 12 seconds, you'll probably feel your body shaking pretty hard. And then you'll start to notice that your low back pain actually gets a lot better. And then you'll start to notice a lot of things.
Okay.
Okay. Only thing else is probably, I would say mid-thoracic, mid to low thoracic. I would say focus on that as well. So like if you have a foam roll at home, I would focus on that too.
With the Sentence?
Yeah, I would say mainstay is breathing, and then I'll contact you, and then we'll see how things are going.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. All right, you have a good one. Who is next? Are you guys finding this helpful? Hopefully you guys are saying like, I know some of you guys are waiting around, but if it's helpful, go ahead and throw me a 2 in the comments. Hopefully things are going very well and you're learning a lot. Annie says, can't see you. A lot of times you could just scroll. Like if you see, I don't know how it is on your screen, but if you scroll, then you should be able to see my face. You can even double click. So like if I'm looking at Megan, I double click her picture and then she'll expand. Yes, just kidding. I can see it. All right, there you go. Let's see. So we have, who else is in this room? Just going in the order that we have. Hopefully we can run through a good amount of people. Dorothy, is Dorothy here? So Dorothy is not here. What about Kareen? Kareen is here. All right, Kareen. So I'm gonna have you press the unmute button. You have to unmute yourself on the bottom left of the microphone. There you go. How you doing, Kareen?
Fine.
Good. Tell me what sort of areas, so besides the knee, because we're not going to evaluate the knee, just let you know for today. So tell me where your pain areas are, what sort of movements aggravate it, and how much from 1 to 10.
Okay, actually, this is a new one. I've been having a headache for the last week.
Really?
And like here up to here, and my neck is sore. So I've been doing your exercises and hoping it would help it.
Okay. Yeah.
It feels good. I don't have one of those small foams. I have a larger foam.
Oh, no worries.
So that always feels good, but no, the headache isn't going away.
Okay.
So.
They're all the same diameter, so you should still use that foam roll, right? And foam rolls, just like hold your head and then like massage the entire upper back, right? Okay. So you're having more of a headache, and this is not a normal occurrence.
Right.
Okay. And is the headache a result of the exercises, or you woke up with it?
No. I've been having a headache for the last week. So
Gotcha. Tell me exactly where the headache is. Is it more like on the side of the head?
it's like back here and all the way up to here. Yeah.
More on the left side.
Yeah.
More on the left side. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
But because of that, I don't know if it's because of the headache, but my neck is really sore and tight.
Well,
so
that's one thing
the
that a lot.
exercises you have are really good for it, but it's not going away.
Well, you're only day 1, so I would say a lot of times you're not expecting just like miracles right away, right? So if it feels good, that's probably your body's way of saying like keep going at it, right? And maybe even try it like a couple times daily, and you might start to see some results. Let's check things out. So I want you to sit up tall, please.
Sorry, I couldn't get you on my computer for some reason.
No worries, no worries. So let's go ahead and look down as far as you can. Let me know how that feels. Okay.
Right here is tight. Yeah.
More left-sided.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and look up towards the ceiling. How's that? Good, bad?
Good.
Feels good.
good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To your right, far as you can. How's that?
Mm-hmm. I think I have little range of motion on my turns, though.
And then left. Yep. Okay. Right ear towards your right shoulder now, please. And
So I
that is
can't do that.
that's
Yeah.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then left
tough.
ear towards your left shoulder.
Yeah.
That one looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
How's your
So
shoulder
I
mobility?
would like to increase mobility there, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
How about arms all the way up? How's that feel?
Good.
Good. Okay, great. All right, come on down. So what I would do, okay, is a couple different things. If you want your neck mobility to improve, yeah, you should focus on the neck more so, right? Like, so there are the chin tuck types of positions that we talked about, okay? But aside from the chin, so one thing that I would do that's not on the list is I would actually try to like hike up my shoulders. So what I would do is I would hug and try to like bring your shoulders a little bit up towards the ceiling, not too far, like you're like really shrugging. And it's almost like your shoulders just kind of feel like they're relaxed. Sorry, I'm getting spam calls. So when I get spam calls, I can't hear you. All right. So what you want to do is just keep your shoulders kind of hiked up and try this now. So try now rotating. And then when you rotate, you should actually be able to go a little further, which you do, right? And now try going to the left again, as far as you can. Okay. And that is something, just range of motion. Whatever motions are stiff, I would go for those motions. Okay. But what you need to do is sometimes you need to hike up your shoulders, like kind of round them. And then you can go a little bit further to the right, further to the left. Okay. And try not to rotate with it. That's cheating. So you would do this, like just straight side bend. Okay. Not side bend and rotate that way. Okay. So just side bend. Okay. Okay. Now, so the other thing I'd focus on besides the range of motion, so I want you to work on like some side bending, okay, a little rotation with your arms hugged like this, okay. The other thing I'd really focus on is that upper back mobility, okay, the thoracic exercises, okay. When that thoracic's not moving, okay, let's say if the thoracic can't like bend forward very well, then that means it's going to limit your flexion, right? If your thoracic can't arch very well, then that's going to limit your extension, okay? The thoracic spine is basically a continuation of your neck, okay? If your upper back's stiff and if that's not moving, then your neck's not going to move well, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so rotational exercises, those will be the ones that you focus on. So they'll be the first two, like your neck mobility stuff, followed by thoracic. And then the other stuff, like if you wanted to breathe and do like the shoulder exercises, I would complement that, but put it at the end.
Okay.
Okay. So definitely you're more on the stiff end. So that's why you would really work on your range of motion, a little bit less biased towards the strengthening exercises.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
Was I supposed to do anything else? I'm a little confused at what I'm doing. I basically looked at your cheat sheet chart, and I did everything on the cheat sheet chart. 3 times a day, 3 times is quite a bit, but
Well, no, it's 1 to 3 times daily, but that's why all you guys are jumping on these movement assessments, because I'm telling you what you should bias, like which ones you should really focus on. So I gave you something specific, which is like range of motion of the neck. That's not even on there with like hugging, and then the upper back exercises. Focus on those like twice daily, and then let the other ones just kind of like drizzle along.
okay.
All right.
And the 8 o'clock call, is there anything? I'm not usually up at 8 o'clock.
There's no 8 a.m. calls. It's just an 8 a.m. announcement, and then there's actual 4 p.m. calls, which I'm actually on right now.
Okay.
So don't feel bad if you're like asleep still. 8 a.m. is just an announcement.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool, Corinne. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna stop.
All right.
Let's see.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. Okay. So this is awesome. We're getting very thorough, and this is awesome because all you guys are just coming from different walks of life, and this is great. So we have Lori. Where is Lori? Lori's here actually. So Lori, if you don't mind turning on your video, and then we'll pop you onto the screen. So where's Lori? Hi, Lori.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. Do you have somewhere to prop this higher, or would that not be possible?
Let me see if it's my phone. I don't have anything else. So let me see if I can.
Oh, okay. No
Move it.
worries. Yeah. That might be a little bit better. Actually, it's a little bit better. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do our best because it says your bandwidth is low. So it says your internet is. We're gonna have some shakiness with the movement assessment. That's okay. Tell me. No worries. So in a nutshell, tell me where your pain areas are, what sort of things aggravate it, and then scale of 1 to 10.
Okay. So I do have neck pain just down the sides. I get migraine headaches. I have real limited range of motion. It affects my shoulders as well. And then I have back and low back pain as well.
Got it. Okay. So what sort of things aggravate the neck and the shoulders? Just sitting or movement?
Movement, if I try to look over my shoulders or look at something that hurts. That's what mainly hurts the neck, the shoulders. If I extend back too far, like if I try to put my hands behind my back in a certain way that makes the shoulder rotate back, that's when the shoulders really act up.
Gotcha. How often, I'm going to ask you this, like how often are you exercising now?
Now, not very. Since we've been on lockdown, and I've I'm not doing anything. It's awful, and that's why I'm trying to do this to get into a routine
Cool.
to try to
Cool.
help the pain.
Okay. Did you try any of them yesterday?
Well, so yesterday, let's see. Is today Monday?
Today is Monday, indeed.
Okay. So I was looking at the cheat sheet, but I quite understand. Like I read it, but I didn't understand what the exercises were that I was supposed to be doing.
Okay. Yeah. So you read it, and then there's actually pictures that you can click on. So, yeah. So like, why don't we do the assessment, and then you
Okay.
can actually click on those pictures later. I'll show you which ones to click on. Sound good?
Okay. Is it the picture just right beside the words?
Yeah. The pictures are on the right, and you click on the pictures, and then it takes you to a video with me
Oh.
demonstrating all the exercises.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and just face me. Let's try chin down towards your chest, as far as you can, please. Okay. Go ahead and look up towards the ceiling, as far as you can, please. Okay. Let me know how it feels. Uncomfortable?
Yeah.
It just in the base of your neck.
The base, the top, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The base of my neck, the base of my head.
Gotcha. How about look to your right, as far as you can? Okay. Left, please, as far as you can. Okay. Look towards me. Right ear towards your right shoulder, as far as you can. Okay. Left ear towards your left shoulder, as far as you can. Okay. Arms up as far as you can, please. Arms up as high as you can. Okay. How's that feel?
Not too bad. A little soreness in my shoulders, but nothing, not really pain.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's put your hands behind your head. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. Point your elbows forward and then point your elbows up towards the ceiling, please. Let me know how that feels. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It hurts a little bit in the base of my neck, but
Nothing too bad.
mm-mm.
Okay. And then turn to your right as far as you can. Rotate your body to the right. And then to the left, please. Okay. All right. Come on down. All right, Lori. So, I think, well, what do you do for your living? What do you do for a living?
Before I got laid off,
Oh, I'm
I
sorry
worked
to hear
at a
that.
call center, 10 hours, 4 10-hour days.
Sitting at a desk.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have some pretty decent upper back and neck stiffness, right? You're more on the hypomobile end, not hyper. Like Megan that
Yes.
came in, Megan tends to be a little bit more hyper, so she's focusing more on her breathing patterns and like focusing on like core stability. For you, definitely you could see some pretty significant stiffness, not necessarily in the shoulders though. It's more like just your spine itself, right?
Yeah.
So if you saw Kareen's and did you see Kareen's and what we were going through?
Yeah.
Okay, I would focus on the same stuff. I would focus on like, rounding. Another thing that I didn't tell Kareen was, you can shrug. Remember we did this, and then you can like look right and do this, and like make sure you hike your shoulders up. Usually when you're in this position, your neck can move a little bit better. Okay. The other thing that I would do is that I would actually lie down in bed just with a pillow underneath my head, and I would actually rotate my neck as far as I can to both sides of the pillow. Like try to touch your right cheek towards the pillow and then the left cheek towards the pillow. Okay. That's going to be called what we call gravity assisted exercises. Okay. Gravity actually assists you with getting more mobility. Okay. I would try that as well. Okay. And then thoracic mobility. So like that upper back, right? THORACIC, right? That's the second exercise down. So that's the second link that
Yeah.
you'll click on the cheat sheet. You would
Okay.
focus a ton on that upper back mobility. Okay.
Okay.
Because you do seem like, I think, like all of us, we're stuck at home, we're not moving as much. Your upper back has stiffened up quite a bit, especially with like rotation and extension.
Yeah.
Okay. So focus more so, definitely like just bias a lot of spine flexibility work, cervical and thoracic. Less need for the breathing. Okay. More so just spine flexibility. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing your progress. We'll definitely keep in touch. All you guys, please reach out to me or Brian if you guys have any questions or concerns. Like, reach out. We're here this entire week, so you might as well like utilize us to your greatest advantage. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care, Lori.
Thanks.
All right. Cool. So I think we're doing really well. So hopefully you guys are not falling asleep. Hopefully everyone's doing well. If you're still here, throw me like an exclamation mark. Let's wake up a little bit. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, we're going down this list. So we have Sherry. If Sherry is here, I think Sherry was here, but Sherry is a busy. Oh, she is here. There you go. Sherry, where you at?
I'm here.
Are you at work?
Yeah.
You're at work again. All right. Do you have your video? Cool. All right. So I kind of know a little bit more about you already. So, I mean, tell everyone in a nutshell, like where your pain areas are, what movements or positions aggravate it, and then basically from 1 to 10.
I don't really know what positions aggravate it, but I know it's like all back here, like all this part.
Okay.
That part hurts a lot, and also my lower back.
Your lower back as well? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it more so like if you stand for a long time or you sit for a long time?
I don't know which one hurts more. Right now I'm sitting and it's hurting, so maybe sitting.
Your upper back or your lower, or both?
Both.
Both. Gotcha. All right. Do you mind actually, would you be able to move the camera further away from you so we can see more of your body?
Move the table. Sure.
Yeah, you could do that. Awesome wallpaper. And then I checked out your site, like the macaroons and stuff look pretty good. Yeah.
Is it far enough, or do you need to?
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So I feel like I can already see, just based on your posture, like just without even moving, like what sort of things we might be able to work on. Let's do this first. Let's check out shoulder mobility first. See how that is. I'm gonna clear that. Feels fine. Yeah. Okay. How about out to the side? Snow angels. Yep. Okay. I just want to clear this, and then shoulders just like down and up. Yeah, I figured that. So shoulders are fine. Okay. Look down towards the ceiling. Oh, sorry. Look down towards the ceiling. Look down towards the ground, please. As far as you can, please. How does that feel?
Hold on, I'm on a meeting. Yeah, give me 10 minutes. I'll call him back. Sorry.
Okay. Down as far as you can, please. How's that?
It's okay. Like I feel like a tug.
Yeah. I feel like I already know exactly what you need. Okay, look up towards the ceiling. I would assume that should feel decent. Like it didn't feel as bad as looking down.
Yeah.
Down feels tighter.
Down feels tighter. Like I feel it like right here, and then when I go up, it's more here.
Okay, gotcha. Side bend, please, to your right. How's that feel?
Okay.
Side, this way. Okay, and then rotate your right first, please, as far as you can. And then rotate your left far as you can. How does this rotation feel?
Fine.
Okay, so I've seen no, not to say I'm not generalizing. I was saying like I already kind of knew, just based on like your work setting and everything, like what you would need without much, right? So I already assumed that right rotation and side bends, they don't feel too bad, but looking down probably felt tight, right? Okay, so what you're in is that, are you pretty aware of your posture? Like you try to like straighten up all the time?
I too. Because
Yeah.
I'm always like this when I'm like piping on the trays and it's like at a lower table.
Yep.
So I try to stretch up.
Yeah.
It feels like sore every time I'm like down for a while and then I come back up and then.
Right. So there's a couple things. So one is I feel is like if you were to turn to the side, I already kind of know what you need. Is you actually need more, it sounds counterintuitive, like more slouching. You actually need, So not this, not like stay in this position forever type slouching, but actually meaningful slouching. Okay, your back is pretty straight, and what that does is, you know, think of the pillars. Our spine is like an S curve, and the reason why we're built that way is because it provides like more of a spring, rather than if all the pillars were just stacked up on top of each other. That's more compression against each other. Does that make sense? So you're trying to restore these curvatures, and you have a little bit lack of upper back flexion. Okay, so you're like me. So what happens is, if you're like sitting up tall all the time, your spine straightens out too much. What I would do is I would do more like barrel stretching. Like I would hug myself and try to round and exhale and try to round the crap out of your back, like make a C curve and stretch that out. Pull your chin down, right? And so this is not going to work too well for you because your shoulders are very mobile. So I don't have it with me, but let's say this was a towel. Okay, I would wrap up a towel. I would hug the towel so it's a little bit bigger, and I would round with something that's large, like a foam roll or a bath towel. Okay, I would hold it and I would promote as much flexion and breathing as I can. Okay. Okay. What that's going to do is it's going to relieve a lot of the pressure in your upper back and your lower back too. Okay. You ever heard of like cat cow? Okay. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
I would do more of the cat. I would round the crazy out of my back, right? Okay. I'll show you what you can do at I'll show you what you can do at work, because you're probably working a lot. So a lot of times you could just do this, if you guys can see me okay. So you can pull a chair back or your counter. You could do this, but I would like you to do is work on rounding, and round from your tailbone, and then round the lower back, and then round the upper back, and really go into like that scared cat position, and exhale, and then come back down, okay? And round again, and round, like something's pulling you up from the ceiling. I would do that type of rounding, okay? Imagine like you're a puppet and something's pulling you up, like something's pulling your spine up, okay?
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so the rounding portions is what you need, and then once you start to round more, then you'll start to see like your neck feels better, your upper back should improve. So I'll focus a lot on the rounding. Your shoulders are very flexible, which is a good thing, but you probably need a fulcrum.
Give me like 10 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So just make sure, like, if you go home, or if there's like a bath towel, like hug onto something that's pretty thick, and then do like the C curve rounding. Okay. So long story short, more rounding of your upper back and your lower back, and then also focus a little bit more on the breathing. So like really exhale into those concavities, like exhale into your spine.
So you exhale down?
Yeah. So like if I were to go inhale, like inhale and straighten out, and then exhale and then round, and pretend like you're even holding like a big barrel. I call this the barrel stretch. Okay, all you guys, if you guys have any like flat backs, round, right? And then you can even pour the barrel out like you're pouring out something, and you can go this way too. And believe it or not, there's so many people that benefit from this exercise, rounding. Okay. All right. Mainstays, rounding, less need to like straighten up your back. Do this occasionally, promote more rounding, and see how that goes. Yeah, sounds good. I can barely hear you. You good? Okay. I'll let you back to work. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. All right, we are getting through this. So I think we might be able to touch on almost everyone. So let's see, Carol. So where's Carol at now? Are we losing connection? Did I lose connection? Oh, you're here.
Okay.
Yeah. Carol, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. You know, little kid right there. a little head of hair on the side. Hey. All right, Carol. So awesome to see you. So in a nutshell, tell me, you know, what pain you're having, what sort of movements or positions aggravate it, and then from 1 to 10, 10 being excruciating, 1 is no pain.
Yeah. Okay. So my pain today is actually okay, but I'm also on a steroid pack right now, so that's kind of like giving me my life back. But normally on a daily basis, my pain is usually around like an 8 for the past
Okay.
few months. It's like my entire neck, sides, back, trapezius,
Okay.
here, and
Okay.
in between the shoulder blades.
Gotcha.
Right there.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I don't know if I'm getting a hunchback or not.
Yeah, I was kind of aware of that. I saw that right away too.
So right where that like bump is, that is like the worst burning pain every day.
I can see it. Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do an assessment. All right. Let's look at chin down far as you can. Like try to touch your chin down towards your chest. How's that feel?
Good.
Okay. Look up towards the ceiling. How's that?
Good.
Okay. Right, please, far as you can. Good or not good?
No, it feels good.
Left, please. Good. Okay. Right ear towards your right shoulder. Left ear towards your left shoulder. Okay. Gotcha. How about arms up towards the ceiling? Awesome. Come on back down. Okay. Now I want you to do this in 2 views. I want you to bring your chin inward, called cervical retraction. How's that feel?
My double chin.
Yep.
Good.
How's it feel?
It
Good.
feels fine.
Turn towards the side, please. Now I want you to do the same thing, chin tuck. Gotcha. Okay, come on back. Okay, so you're different from most people here because I think, well, you're pregnant, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Your neck is moving like crazy right now. Okay. So the reason why your neck's moving like crazy is because of the balance is like the progesterone and estrogen. It's like the hormonal changes are happening. So your neck's becoming very lax.
Yeah,
Very
and
common.
I'm mobile to begin with.
Gotcha. And so things are getting very lax. So you need to work. So the balance here is when you get lax is that we tend to hunch into our areas. So I was just talking with Sherry about the curvatures, right?
Yeah.
So hers tends to be a little bit more flat, so she's promoting those curvatures. Yours is you're already hypermobile, so those curvatures, they're very accentuated. And what happens is when your neck gets very mobile, is we'll tend to just fall onto the support systems. And the support systems, I'll tell all you guys right now, is like T7 to T1. That's where the cervical meets the next part of your spine. And then the thoracolumbar, which is the upper back, the lower back. Those are 2 common areas that pregnant women get pain at, is the CT junction, which is where the cervical meets the upper back, and then the thoracolumbar junction, which is where the thoracic meets the lumbar, okay? Very common areas that pregnant women get pain. So you're getting pain specifically at the junction, okay? Because that's where it hangs. That's where the curvature changes, where it goes from lordosis to kyphosis. Kyphosis is that rounding of the back, and then cervical lordosis is that motion. You're hanging from there, and you need to work a lot more on cervical retraction.
This one.
Like yes, either somebody's about to punch you in the face and you pulling away, or something smells like crazy and you're pulling that chin inward.
Okay.
Like not just, this is the thing, pulling the chin inward is not enough. It's inward and the top of my occiput gets pulled up. Now when I do, you see this, look at my 2 fingers. Chin goes in, this finger goes up. Pull. And you're dodging the smell, right? You're dodging the stench. You're moving as far away as you can. And that's where you want to get that stretch right there. Okay? So It's not just cervical retraction, but it's like pulling that head up, like something's elevating your neck, like you're getting taller. You want to be as tall as you can, and then chin tuck. Okay? When you do that enough, you'll start to see that the burning becomes less over time.
Okay.
It might take a little time though, because what you're working on is basically it's a time thing where you're getting larger, so therefore things will start to get lax. You will start to incur some stiffness in places, but this should mitigate it. This should reduce it. Okay. So chin tucks, okay, a lot of them, I would focus on the breathing too. Okay. So the 2 biases are your chin tuck and really think about somebody pulling you up towards the ceiling, right? And then your breathing. I would do quadruped breathing, meaning hands and knees. I would do a lot of that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So if your knees can't tolerate it, put a pillow there, right? But I would do hands and knees and just inhale and exhale for like 2 to 3 minutes straight. You would breathe more than almost everyone here.
Okay.
Okay. Sound good?
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
try that out. I mean, try that out tomorrow. Like a lot of the chin tucks and a lot of the quadruped breathing whenever you can get away from the young one and just get your hands and knees and breathe. I would do that.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
then I'll check it. And then you can check in with the group in a couple days and just throw in what you're still
Yeah.
struggling with, what your wins are. So that's for everyone. Just make sure that everyone stays accountable. The best way to do that is message us directly or throw it into the group and then have
Okay.
your questions answered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Cool.
Yeah. Any questions?
I don't think so.
Angela, awesome. Cool.
Thank
Good seeing
you.
you. Best of luck.
Yeah. Thanks. You too.
Awesome. All right. So we have, I think we're getting close to the list. So I can stop your video. There you go. Okay. So we're almost through. We have Wendy who had to bounce, but Wendy learned a lot. We have Annie who's next. Annie, where you at? Go ahead and show your video. I'll ask you to start it, and then we'll bring you into the group. Annie?
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So I know a little bit about you already. So I know you're dealing with like neck issues, yeah? And when do those neck issues occur? Like what movements or positions?
What movement positions make it hurt?
Yes.
It just always hurts.
Like, does any position or movements make it worse?
If I sleep for too long.
And how often are you sleeping?
The normal amount.
The normal amount. Okay. Okay. All right. How much pain from 1 to 10? 10 is bad, bad, bad. 1 is minimal.
8.
Huh?
8.
8. Gotcha. All right. And point to where you feel it.
So it's like right here,
Mhm.
and then just the left under the shoulder blade.
Just the left, oh, like the armpit area right here.
Yeah, like this feels different from this. Like something feels tight over here, and
The
then
left
under
feels tight.
the shoulder blade hurts.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's check things out. Do you mind going to a side view, like profile view? All right. Okay. Chin down far as you can, please. Let me know how that feels. Not chin tuck, but just bring your chin and touch your sternum all the way down.
You mean like this?
Yes, that's okay. Cool. How's it feel?
Feels okay.
Okay. Look up towards the ceiling. Okay. How's that?
It feels like I always want to be in that position.
Okay. Go ahead and look to your right as far as you can. Actually, face me again, if you don't mind. Okay. And then let's go turn to your right as far as you can. Okay. Turn to your left as far as you can. Okay. And then right ear towards your right shoulder. Far as you can. How does it feel?
Feels good.
And then left ear towards your left shoulder. Far as you can. That looks decently tight right there. Okay. I want you to turn to your side one more time, and then we'll talk about it. Yep. Okay. I want you to do thoracic, so I want you to point your elbows forward, and then elbows and sternum lifted up towards the ceiling. Okay. How's it feel?
Feels good.
And I want you to round as far as you can now, with your hands behind your head. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So let's talk, Andy. So there's a couple things that we can work on. Okay. So you would also benefit the same thing as like Sherry. So it's a lot more of the rounding of the upper back that you can benefit from. Okay. So the things that I would really look at is a lot more of those barrel stretches. So you can look it up too. I mean, it's like those barrel stretches you really round and then you kind of stretch out. So when you round, you can do it right now. Pretend like the barrel's expanding, like a big ass barrel in your hand, okay? And then you're going to exhale and then really try to round at your back. And then as you exhale, go ahead and side bend to your right at the same time. And then when you do that, you should feel stretch between your shoulder blades and stretch on the left side where that pain area is, okay? So did you feel that a little bit? So like this, round, and then pour the barrel out to the right. And then when you do that, you should feel the stretch kind of in that shoulder blade or that armpit area, right? That's gonna be a great one for you, is rounding and turning to the right to get rid of that pain right there. And then the other thing,
Holding something?
I'm sorry?
Pretend like I'm holding something?
So you can pretend this, like what I always see, like I'll show you from like this view, here, like this, is that when you exhale, you're gonna exhale, as you exhale, the barrel expands. You see how the barrel expands? Like I do this, and then the barrel expands as I exhale. And then once it expands all the way as far as it can, then I can side bend to the right, and really get some relief in that area. I would work a lot on the rounding of your back. And then the other thing is I would also work on, besides rounding of the back, I would work a lot on that extension. Like I'll show you without my headphones. So I would do this. I would go here, shake it out. Okay. And I would get rid of some neck stiffness that way. Okay, by like looking up and just shaking, like you're trying to shake it out, and then a lot of the rounding. You have foam roll too, right? Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would foam roll the upper back, and I would actually focus on like flexion and extension, and just do that like 2 or 3 times a day too. Okay. So barrel stretch, the neck, or like this, right? And then go ahead and make sure to like use that foam roll pretty often, like couple times a day. Are you doing that a couple times a day already?
I already do that, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so you already do the foam roll, but I don't think you're doing enough like that exhaling, like breathing into like your chest and like really exhaling and like rounding. I would do that as well. Okay. So I think we'll be talking pretty soon anyways, but I like your place. I like this new place. Yeah, I need to visit one day.
Check out my split AC.
That's nice. It's nice.
I don't even need AC in San Fran.
Yeah. I know. All right. Well, I think that kind of wraps things up. I mean, you're the kind of the last one. Do you have any questions, Danny? I want to make sure that like I can help you out as much as I can.
Wait, you don't breathe when you do the chin tucks, right?
Yeah. So the chin tucks, you don't have to. So the chin tuck, I mean, you could benefit from that one too. But I'm just thinking of like what are the things you should focus on, and then the other exercises can just be like secondary to the rounding, the barrel stretches, stretching out your neck and shaking, right? And then you're already doing the foam rolling. Like I would do more. Actually, you probably use the foam roll. You probably don't flex enough though on the foam roll, right? Like you don't get the foam roll on your back and you don't like flex enough. Like you don't do that pretty often. I would do that. I would do a lot of flexing, right? And then extension of the head. Okay.
When I'm on the foam roll, go back.
Well, you already do that already, right?
Not with the breathing though.
I would do it with the breathing, but I said, so there's flexion, which is rounding forward, and then there's extension, which is arching back, right? I said that when the foam rolls on your back, that you would actually flex forward. Yeah, it's like doing a sit-up with a foam roll on your back.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Best of luck. I will talk to you soon. Okay.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. So I think we're good. So we're gonna wrap things up. Brian, you don't have any questions, yeah? We're good to go. That was a lot, which is we covered a ton. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. You guys have any questions at all, please message me and Brian. If you haven't received your bonus pain relief guide yet, okay, go ahead and message Brian the word body fix. Get that bonus pain relief guide. It ends tomorrow. We do not give it out after tomorrow. So make sure to get that bonus pain relief guide. Tomorrow, we're going to have another coaching call at 4 p.m. There's going to be an 8 a.m. post that's going to come out and tell you about all your tasks. But this was really exciting. I think this was really helpful for everyone. So everybody should be watching the recording, okay? We'll talk to you guys very soon. Take care.